What the new law does is that it requires that all declarations of assets and liabilities be submitted to a central electronic system that is held within the CIABOC, the Bribery Commission, and that this system, the electronic system, has a way to verify and also raise red flags if there are misdeclarations or if there are unusual situations where there is an unusual amassing of wealth. So this is a very positive change in the law, and it also requires that an asset declaration once submitted, subject to a redaction of sensitive information, will be publicly available for access by citizens and civil society as well as law enforcement. A second critical change is that this law, this proposed law in its current form, brings within its ambit private sector bribery. That is, bribery that the private sector engages in vis-a-vis other private sector actors. And it would hold senior officials in the private sector, owners of companies, etc., liable for carrying out bribery. It also brings within its ambit sports-related corruption, and also the issue of sexual bribery. This law brings it within its ambit and specifically recognizes it, empowering people to complain about it and also making it the norm for prosecutions to happen on that basis and not merely on the basis of sexual harassment. It certifies and verifies further the power that the Bribery Commission would have to carry out investigations on its own motion without having to resort to the previous position, which is where it would wait for a complaint to be made, even where there is a big conversation happening in society about a particular type of corruption that has happened. The Bribery Commission would often sit back and wait for a complaint to be made to it. But that requirement or that interpretation is no longer necessary, because this law, along with the 21st Amendment to the Constitution, empowers the Bribery Commission to carry out investigations on its own. These powers are extensive. It allows the Bribery Commission to carry out surveillance, to do undercover recording, video recording, audio recordings, tapping of phone lines. So these powers, while useful in addressing the problem of corruption, can also be problematic. So we keep highlighting that these powers should be used subject to due process with the sanction of court, with the authorization of court, and also not be abused by those in power. This law also further increases the fines for the bribery and corruption offences that are recognized within the law in order to keep it updated.